Heard it all. There was a new shocker today about the doctor who was with Michael Jackson the day he died. And it comes from a Jackson aide who called 911 as Jackson lay dying in his mansion. The aide says Dr. Conrad Murray, who's about to go on trial for involuntary manslaughter, may have actually stopped trying to save Jackson's life so he could conceal crucial evidence. Talk about a bombshell. Joining me today from Atlanta, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor B.J Bernstein. B.J. is also on the cover of Atlanta's Super Lawyer magazine. Look at that. It'll make you wear a cape, though, B.J. Also in Atlanta, Ryan Smith, who's a host with True TV's Legal Network, in session. I got to tell you, I really find this claim deeply disturbing, and I'm sure I'm not alone about this. Jackson aide Alberto Alvarez is reportedly quoted as telling police that Dr. Murray stopped giving CPR to Jackson so he could gather drug vials that were scattered around the room and stuff them in a bag. B.J. Bernstein, let me talk to you. We're talking about hiding potentially critical evidence. How serious could this be?
It could be very serious, and this is going to be a strong part of what the prosecution is going to try to argue in this case, is that although he's a medical doctor, that the way he behaved immediately after the emergency suggested that he wasn't actually taking care of Michael, but rather covering up, having concern for what he administered. So the prosecution's going to really focus on this.
Yeah, and if this really happened, I mean, how reprehensible. Now, Dr. Murray's defense team is fighting back in a big way today. They're actually accusing prosecutors of leaking this new information to pressure the defense into revealing its strategy ahead of time. Ryan Smith from the Legal Network in session. Let me get your take. Should we be at all surprised that something this shocking would leak out just before trial? I mean, what does that say to you?
No, it doesn't shock me at all. It says that they're trying to possibly provoke a response here because it's obviously just so shocking. His job is to care for his patient first, not to worry about what's in the room or anything like that. So when you release this, it forces them to respond and do something, and they've got to do something quick because this is spinning out of control in terms of publicity.
Yeah, truly unbelievable. All right, I want to move on to another court battle that's heating up today. Oprah Winfrey is getting ready for a trial that starts next Monday. You know, Oprah's lawyers are working fast and furious right now as they get ready today. Oprah's being sued for defamation by the former headmistress of Oprah's all-girls school in Africa. Now, Oprah fired her in 2007 after girls at the school claimed that a dorm matron sexually abused them. Oprah later publicly criticized the headmistress for how she handled the whole scandal. Now the woman is suing Oprah. B.J. Bernstein, from what has been made public so far, do you think Oprah should be worried? I mean, she's got some big lawyers.
Well, it's always difficult to tell what a jury's going to do because this isn't like a straightforward situation where Oprah said something directly about this woman. Rather, what the judge let go to the jury is the situation where Oprah first said, anybody who hurt these children, you know, or harmed any child in my school is going to have consequences and be in trouble. And then later she said, within the same conversation, she had lost confidence in the headmistress, and then, of course, she was dismissed. So it's by implication. And so the question for a jury is actually going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Is that enough to really make you liable for defamation?
I'm actually surprised it's come to this, and Oprah will have to be there in the courtroom every day starting next Monday when the trial begins. Adding to the drama, we did learn today that several of the schoolgirls who claim they were sexually abused will reportedly testify on Oprah's behalf. Now, obviously, it'd be a whole lot easier on everybody if this settled out of court. But, Ryan, I'm thinking Oprah obviously very confident here, and she's going to go into this and see it through so her good name remains undamaged. Do you see it going that way?
Absolutely, I see it going that way. You know what, AJ? The big defense to defamation is truth. So if she can prove that this woman was not really qualified to do her job and did a lot of things wrong other than particularly this, then she's got a really good case. And remember, the comments that are being alleged here are very general ones. She can terminate her probably for a bunch of different reasons. And if it's a breach of contract thing, that's one thing. If her contract said she couldn't be fired for a certain reason. But here, general statements, very hard to prove.
Yeah.
And Oprah might have a lot in her basket to be able to say, this woman didn't do her job.
We will be watching. B.J. Bernstein, Ryan Smith. Thanks, guys.